Over the past few years, I've collected a large number of ribbons to make Disney-inspired hair bows, and because the bows don't use very much of the ribbon, I had a lot left over. Since I live in a small space, I had to figure out how to make them more manageable, and I tried a few solutions and settled on two main ones that I'd like to share in this video. Wrapping my ribbon with paper bands and storing them in divided boxes, and making handmade spools. So ideally, I'd like to keep them on the cardboard rolls, but they take up a lot of space, they're quite bulky, and I needed to figure out a way to make them more compact. So one of the first things I tried was making ribbon spools, and I made them out of cardboard, and they worked well, and I just would wrap the ribbon around the cardboard spools. But they do crease quite a lot, and I find that it's a little bit difficult to find them in a bin. So one of the solutions was just wrapping the ribbon and then using a piece of paper. I cut the piece of paper and then wrapped it around the ribbon and secured it with some tape. I chose to put these wrapped ribbons in a divided storage container, and this way I can see which colors I have, and it's easy just to go into the box and grab it. So for smaller ribbons, I wrap them in exactly the same way, but I just use an elastic to secure them. So for my smallest ribbons, I originally tried to use clothespins, and I bought some and tried to wrap them around the clothespins, but I found that this was quite bulky and got a bit expensive because I had so many ribbons, so I came up with a different solution. So I looked at my twine and noticed that it had a cardboard core to it, and I thought, well, that would be great if I could buy one of those, but I couldn't find them, so I decided to make my own. So to make these cardboard centers, I cut a piece of cardstock, a heavyweight cardstock, and I cut it to about 3 inches wide and 10 inches long. So I use my tool to shape the cardstock so it's a little bit easier to wrap around the dowel. And then I use both fingers and wrap it tightly around that dowel, and then use some glue to secure it. And then I hold that for a little bit. And then when it's fully glued, I take it off the dowel and then just wrap my ribbon around it. So these two ideas have really been helpful for me because the ribbons kink less and they store nicely, but they also take up less space. In my next video, I also like to share how I make my hair bows, especially one inspired by my favorite show, Palm Royale, and also how I display them. If you have any other ideas for storing ribbon that you'd like to share, please comment below. Thanks for watching.